St. Lucia, good morning. I hope you're feeling the vibes and energy today. You know I'm your girl, Chayla Mendes. You're watching this morning. And yes, I know it's early in the morning, but you're not dreaming. Major Hype is here in the flesh. This is real. Welcome to St. Lucia.
Thank you. It's a beautiful place. I'm really enjoying the island.
Great. And how does it feel to be here? Right here and share it with us.
Well, you know what? I've been doing this for 6 years. This is my seventh year I'm going into now, and it took me 7 years to get to St. Lucia. So definitely feels good to be here, and just nice vibes, and everybody's irie, and what I mean, everybody having a good time.
Good. Now, people know you. I mean, St. Lucia knows you. The world knows you by now. I think one of the burning questions is, where are you from?
My mom.
Somehow I just expected a smart answer like that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? The reason for that is just for the significance of the unification of the region and not just one nation. You know what I'm saying? Like usually you see a Jamaican comedian and only Jamaicans could relate to him. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. So I want it to be relatable to everybody, and for us to have a melting pot where we can all come together and laugh instead of just one nationality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I love too. I swear when you put on every different accent, persona, it sounds so authentic, and that is the thing. Everybody connects and can relate.
Exactly. I mean, we all may be from different islands and have different cultures and stuff like that, but the general culture is one.
So, where did, comedy and, making people laugh, where did that begin for you?
That actually wasn't my occupation. I was doing music first. I started playing the first instrument at 8 years old. My grandfather had a band, and I used to go to play at these gigs with him and stuff like that. And my main instrument is alto saxophone. Then I ventured off into like drums, piano, guitar, all of this other stuff, trombone, any woodwind instrument, any brass instrument, and but naturally, my personality was just being the comedic person around. Always want to see somebody laugh, or you want to see somebody smile. So when I was growing up, my parents and all of my family members always used to say, "You need to be on stage. You need to be doing some kind of comedy or something." And I never really took it seriously until 7 years ago.
So, what was that turning point for you? What made you decide, okay, I'm going to go after this?
I actually had a decent job in New York City. I was a certified electrician, making six figures, you know what I mean, enjoying life, and I had got laid off. So when I got laid off, I started doing the videos and stuff like that, and they actually called me back to work 2 years later. And I went there for a week, and it just didn't feel right. And I just felt like, I just need to take this leap of faith.
Great. Now, I'm loving that you shared this, because on this morning, this is one thing I tried to push with the show, following your passion.
Well, they always say that, you go to your lowest point before you reach your highest peak, you know what I mean? And I just was fortunate to be able to save enough money to, support myself and my kids and my family for the 2 years I was out of work. And this went right back. I mean, God always answers prayers and, opens doors. So, I mean, you just got to believe and trust, have that faith,
Good vibes. Now we're going to move along, because you are here to make us laugh,
Right.
to make us
Definitely.
cry even. Now,
Definitely.
before we get into that, tell us about your tour, the Are You Dumb tour.
Are You Dumb tour came about, well, I tour every year. Last year, I toured, the tour was called No Turning Back. Just to signify, that once I started and I put my mind to it, I had to continue going. And this year, the recent past year, I created a character, which is an American female, and her name is What's Her Name, and her motto is like, "Are you dumb?" And that was and it just took off, and everybody just loved it and stuff. And I had, the tour, everybody was requesting the tour and stuff like that. And then we got calls from Dubai, Barbados, Grenada, Trinidad, places that I don't even usually go, you know what I mean? And St. Lucia was one of them. And it's going to go down.
Great.
And we're going to have a good time. Just come out and, because, I mean, the comedy that we're used to is more sketch comedy, like the Olivers and, those type of people. They usually do a lot of sketch stuff.
Yes.
now 2018, you have a comedian that's bringing the same authenticity as Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, that form of stand-up comedy, and of course I also bring the characters as well. So, be prepared.
No, I just say, I'm happy to interview you, but I really wish Deras was here right now. But hopefully I'll meet Deras too. So
Definitely, he's definitely on the island.
make sure you tell him I say blessed love to her, and I'm following his Lenten rules. But St. Lucia, if you still have not seen Major Hype in person, you need to come out because it's going down later on this evening. So everybody needs to be there. Life is hard as it is already.
Definitely.
I feel like comedy
is harder.
Yeah, man. It's one of these escapes.
We need it. I tell people all the time. We need it. We need a laugh sometimes. You'll be surprised at the kind of feedback and inboxes and the direct messages that I get on a daily basis. People telling me that they've been diagnosed with cancer and their depressions, and a couple people told me they was thinking suicidal and stuff like that, and they said that the videos really helped them through the tough times. So I mean, that was one of the reasons why I never was even had a thought to even try to stop or say, you know what, let me go back to work, because this career has no benefits. There's no pension, you know what I mean? There's no guarantees in this, and I left something that had that, just for the people, you know what I mean? So I mean, the support and the love that I get from people all across the world is just amazing, and I hope it continues, and I'm gonna continue. I'm never gonna stop. Just bringing that good vibe to the people.
All right, now you see that's what it's all about right here in this morning. The good energy. Major Hype is right here in St. Lucia. The information is on the screen right now. So it's happening at the Cultural Center later this evening. So if you need to come and distress, get away, come see the characters. You are going to have a good time. Now, if you miss that, blame yourself alone. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Special good morning to you, St. Lucia. This morning is back on. I'm Chayla Mendes, your host, and today we have Coral as well as Magdalena. So first of all, Coral, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great. And how are you, Magdalena?
I'm good.
Great. Now it's all about feeling good because for Independence Day, it's going to be an exercise expo happening at the VG Beach from 9 a.m. And this is the reason they're here because we like to push being fit and healthy right here on this morning because it's a family show. We want to take care of each other. So we have to bring this message out. If you're thinking of what to do for Independence after the parade and all these stuff, you know where you can come down. So first, let's start off with Coral. Can you just tell us more about what's going to be taking place, the activities and the engagement?
Okay, well, from 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock, come to VG Beach, and we are going to have opportunity for you to register with us, and we'll be doing health checks, and then people like myself will be doing presentations on nutrition, and I'll be doing how to exercise to get rid of diseases. So some of the chronic diseases we have, such as diabetes, heart disease, the excess weight, all of this could be reversed and resolved with, doesn't matter how little or how much exercise that you can do. And there'll be activities for the children. There'll be somebody specialising with them, showing them how to exercise, but having fun with the exercise. And there'll be games and stuff on the beach and food on sale. So it's going to be fun.
So Coral, definitely it sounds like there's so much for everybody to do, lots for the family as well. And, to register, is there a registration fee?
No, it's actually free. There will be a desk or a place for them to register because we'd love to know everyone who's come because we'd love to be able to keep in touch with you. But the whole activities will be free. The only thing that they may have to bring some monies for is for some refreshments.
Now, what I really like about it is the fact that, you get the one-on-one. People are able to have these personal consultations and guides. Yeah. And I think that's what is always missing because sometimes you go to health fairs and it's like blanketed. And though there's things you take from it, it's still not specific to you. And I like that. And I know that you also have some other special persons coming in as well to work with persons as part of the activities.
That's right, yes. So some of the other people will be, we have Reefa. He's a specialist in fitness but specifically nutrition. So he will be doing presentation, and he'll speak to them one-on-one on their nutrition needs. And then we have Raquel, who is excellent with children, as I mentioned. So she'll have a program for the children specifically. And then we have a gentleman called Caesar, and he will be demonstrating to the men who like to use free weights and want to know how to lift weights. He's excellent at being able to demonstrate that. And we'll have weights as well to demonstrate the use of weights.
Great. Well, that sounds fantastic. Now, we do have a special group, a special organization from the Maranatha Church that is putting this on. So this is where Magdalena comes into play. So thank you again for being here with us, Magdalena.
You're welcome.
Can you tell us?
My pleasure.
Thank you. So can you tell us a little bit about your group and what you'll do specifically? Because I know it's tailored as well around health and being holistically healthy.
That's right. Well, our group is the Maranatha is the health department, and we focus on bringing the health message to the church members and the wider community. We believe in God gave us a body and that we must keep healthy, and we work towards keeping healthy. We also have screening programs, for example, on the first and third Wednesday of every month. We are by the church. The church is situated corner of Lance Road and Villebouteille. We are there.
Great. Now, we always want a healthier body, a healthier mind, spirit, a whole healthy St. Lucia. So how important was it to really get this activity, the Exercise Expo, up and running, and of course knowing that it will be taking place?
Well, this was extremely important because we believe that if you do not use it, you will lose it. And also, our culture, we believe that exercise is just for young people or athletics or people who are interested in bodybuilding. No, exercise is for everyone.
Right.
It's for everyone. Just recently, I was looking at the news, and they spoke about a 90-year-old who still goes to the gym. She still looks good. Her muscles are still firm, and that can be us.
Now you see, this is what it's about, St. Lucia. So, you know, we have Coral here and Magdalena. So you need to come out and be part of this expo. And just giving you that reminder, it is on Independence Day from 9 a.m. at the VG Beach. So if it is you already had plans, no worries, because it's still going to be a full day of activities. So if you're at the National Parade, it's just a stone's throw away. So you just hop on over right after.
That's right.
And it is for your health, your benefit. So if we want to have that longevity and be healthy, be happier, because, you know, keeping ourselves healthy also keeps us happy. So that's what we want. And of course, I think it's perfect fitting in with independence. So, you know, that's your personal independence, I think. So make sure you come out there. It's free registration. So just walk with your snacks money and we will see you there. So Coral, thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you.
And Magdalena, of course, thank you as well for being here with us.
Thank you for your time and for the exposure.
Thank you very much. So St. Lucia, you have to be there. Good morning to you, St. Lucia. Thank you for joining us. You're watching This Morning. I am Chayla Mendez. We are underneath the big tree. I am here with Francisca, so she's the one, of course, if you still need to get your gear, your wear, whatever it is so you can represent and be patriotic this independence, you know where to come. Francisca, good morning to you.
Good morning, my girl. How are you?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm very, very good today.
Yeah. Happy Independence in advance.
Now, St. Lucia, we are going to be bringing you some roadside history today. So listen up and listen loud. If there's any kids watching as well, children, everybody, I think there's going to be something to learn. Francisca, if you may not already know, has an extensive background in teaching for many, many years, though she's retired now, but she's going to impart some knowledge on us. So, Francisca, where do we start off with our independence knowledge?
Okay, St. Lucia was fought by the French and the British 14 times. 7 times British, 7 times French. That is how we get our 2 languages. The British, English, and the Creole or the Palo that we speak is from the French. The British took possession of St. Lucia by the Treaty of Paris in 1814, in the year 1814. That's the time the British took over St. Lucia from then on. It was then called a crown colony. On February 22nd, 1979, We became independent under the leadership of Sir John Compton, who is deceased. Now, since St. Lucia became independent, it's supposed to have all its symbols, its own symbols and so forth. And I'm going to talk about some of the different symbols, the major symbols of St. Lucia. The first we are going to talk about is the flag, since everybody will be flying the flag for independence, and they should have independence, the flag on it and so forth. This flag was designed by Mr. Sir Dunstan St. Omer. It was officially adopted on March 1st, 1967. It's a long time this flag was designed, 12 years back. But when in 1979, it was officially adopted and it was flown. The colors are cerulean blue, which means the sea and the sky. The black for the black culture, black people. The yellow culture. The yellow for the golden sun, and the white for the white culture. Okay. Now, this flag has to be flown from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the night.
All right, so what's going to be next here for us with our facts today?
For the next one, we are going to talk about the coat of arms. The coat of arms was designed by Mr. Sidney Badshaws in 1967 too, but it was adopted when we gained independence. Yeah? It is a combination of different symbols. Like we have a blue shield, we have a stool which represents the African.
Yes, you see, I remember that, and the Tudor rose.
Yeah, Tudor rose, yeah, which represent the British. Fleur-de-lis, the French. We have two parrots which represent the Amazon versicolor, and a touch of beacon to light our path. Okay. We also have our motto. What's our motto again? Huh?
Okay, so our motto, she's putting me on the spot, but the land, the people, and the light. So now, St. Lucia, we're going to move on to another element or aspect of our culture, which is our national pledge. Now, one thing I will say is that I remember learning it before, but it was, of course, revised by the late Jeff Alva Pele. So I'm thankful that Francisca is addressing that for all of us who may not be too familiar with the new one.
The National Pledge of St. Lucia was written by Mr. Jeff Pele Elver in 2003, December 2003, it was adopted. Okay? And it goes like this. With God as, let's say it now. With God as my guide, I pledge allegiance to my country, St. Lucia. I proclaim that I will serve my country with pride and dignity and defend it with vigor and valor in the pursuit of excellence, justice and equality for all. Now, the National Pledge is the promise made by the citizens to their country.
So thank you very much, Francisca, for imparting us with this knowledge and, of course, sharing with us today.
Thank you so much for being here with me to boost me up a little. I'm so thankful and grateful for the crew, for Linda especially, and the rest of the crew. Thank you so much.
All right, so St. Lucia, we're wishing you a happy independence. And, of course, come on down. You know how to reach Francisca. Again, just share your contact number.
Oh, my contact number is 487-8423, or you can follow me on Facebook, Destiny Designs with 2 E's, or WhatsApp me, or just find me here. If you miss me, just find me here. That's why I sleep.
All right.
That's why I leave.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay,
St. Lucia, we'll see you soon. And that's exactly why Francisca is part of our family right here at DBS, because we're always learning. She's a retired school teacher, and if there was something maybe you didn't know or may have forgotten, I'm definitely certain by now you're in the know. So good morning to you, Francisca. And by the way, St. Lucia, if by chance you're a little bit last minute, even on Independence Day, Francisca will be at her spot that's under the big tree, Rodney Heights, selling all the Independence goodies, so you can make sure you go there and check her out as well. Of course, it's a very special Wednesday because it is Colors Day. So please, school children, parents, adults, whoever you are, make sure you go out and you represent how you are St. Lucian. You can do it in your own style, your own flair. Represent with your colors today. As you can see, we're all decked out and representing because we are truly proud to be St. Lucian right here on This Morning, and I know you all are too. And before I forget, I have to say a special good morning to Sophia, because I met you in the supermarket, and it's always a wonderful thing meeting other family members who just keep following, keep sharing the love with us. So I know she tries to do Soca size. I must apologize, because I know you may have been looking out for that. But of course, independence is something very special, so we had to keep pushing some more. But don't you worry, because Friday we'll be back and on track with Soca size. So this is what we're going to do to wrap up for today. Make sure you go out, enjoy independence, tune in, go out, support. But remember, we are St. Lucian. I am St. Lucian. You are as well. And we look forward to seeing you. Happy Independence, St. Lucia, in advance. Go out and have an amazing day.